Are you looking for the best Bluetooth speaker? 2024, the only 5 best Bluetooth speaker you should consider today. Review buying guide. In this video, we will look at some of the best Bluetooth speaker 2024, the only 5 best Bluetooth speaker you should consider today. Review buying guide on the market. For more details and price, click product link. Please check the description below. Before we get started with our video, Number 1. Sony XB100 Compact Bluetooth Speaker. If you want to get a speaker that's affordable and doesn't cut corners on audio quality, Sony's SRS XB100 sounds surprisingly good for costing well under $100. The sound isn't quite as clear at loud volumes as with the Wonderboom, but the Sony has louder bass, which some people may prefer, and it's overall clearer and louder than the JBL Go 4. While listening to Elton John's Madman Across the Water, I found the vocals easy to hear without the instrumentals being drowned out. For hip-hop tracks like Run the Jewels, Blockbuster and Night PT. 1. The bass felt punchy without overpowering Killer Mike or LP's vocals, even with the volume turned up while I was running a robot vacuum in another room. While JBL and Logitech use a fabric covering over their speakers, Sony uses a matte plastic finish that's more durable, easy to grip, and pleasant to look at. The speaker comes in 4 colors, including vibrant shades of orange and blue. The speaker has a fabric loop that you can easily attach to a backpack. It also has the longest battery life of any travel-size speaker I've tested, lasting about 13 hours. Number 2. JBL Clip 5. Most of these Bluetooth speakers are portable, but the Clip 5 is the most travel-friendly I've tested, thanks to the built-in eponymous clip that lets you attach it to nearly anything, including a bike basket or shower head. The speaker has rubber ribs on the back that allow you to place it on smooth surfaces without having to worry about it sliding all over the place. Helpful since it can't stand upright like the other speakers I've tested. The speaker is waterproof and dustproof, and it can withstand a few knocks against a hard surface. It's easy to underestimate the sound quality of a speaker as small as the Clip 5. In my testing, it managed to sound clear and vibrant even with outdoor sounds like waves and wind in the background. In the shower, podcasts were easy to hear over the water, and I never had to blast it to full volume just to catch what someone said. Over a couple weeks of testing, I was able to get about 12 hours of battery life out of the Clip 5. My only gripe with the Clip 5 is that, unlike the Clip 4, the buttons for turning the device on and off and pairing to other devices aren't raised buttons. That makes them harder to operate if you can't see them, like when the speaker is clipped behind a shower head. The buttons for play/pause and volume are all raised and are on the front of the speaker, so they're easy to see and access. But I wish that were true of all the buttons. Number 3. JBL Go 4. Although the Clip 5 is a solid portable speaker, JBL's Go 4 is even smaller, and I found it to be more fun for carrying between rooms when I'm working at home. Its tiny rectangular shape is easy to hold, and it sort of feels like an old-timey radio. One corner has a fabric loop that you can use to attach the speaker to a bag or to dangle it from your finger. The Go 4 is about the size of a deck of cards and as thick as a mass-market paperback, but it packs enough sound to be heard across a room. While music doesn't sound quite as clear on it as on the Clip 5 or Wonderboom 4, podcasts and audiobooks sound as crisp. Given its small size, its battery doesn't last quite as long as those of other small speakers like the Wonderboom. But I've been able to consistently squeeze 7 hours out of this speaker. Like the Clip 5, the power and pairing buttons on the Go 4 aren't raised, so they're hard to press without looking at them. Number 4. JBL Pulse 5. No Bluetooth speaker has caught my eye as much as JBL's Pulse 5, which looks like a modern take on a lava lamp and sounds as good as it looks. It's bulkier than most of our other picks, standing at 8.5 inches tall, but that's to its benefit. Its bright, cylindrical array of lights play a variety of animations, including spinning rings of different colors, lights that look like clouds moving through a blue sky, and pulsing dots. You can also change the tempo of the animations to better match the vibe of your room. though every tempo syncs to your current song automatically. It goes beyond just being a nice bit of decoration. It's a solid speaker too. In my testing, it performed well across a variety of genres, including classical, synth-pop, hip-hop, and rock, with minor discrepancies on higher frequency notes, but nothing too noticeable. It's not as portable as the Wonderboom, Clip, or Go, but it's notably louder, and its sound is richer. Plus, that extra size makes for a better light show, which is the main attraction. Number 5. Edifier R1700B Bluetooth Bookshelf Speakers, Powered Bookshelf Speakers. As great as Bluetooth speakers are, I still turn to my trusty bookshelf speakers whenever I want to spin a record. Jake Sullivan, co-owner of Wooden Tooth Records in Tucson, Arizona, recommends Edifier's R1700BT. He sells them in his shop and says customers love them. It's the perfect price point for somebody who's getting a new turntable or speaker system but doesn't want to blow their budget, he says, adding that despite their compact size, they're loud enough to fill a room. If you want to connect these speakers to a turntable that's not Bluetooth enabled, which is most of them, they have inputs for traditional stereo cables. The added Bluetooth functionality is handy for when you're not playing a record, so you can blast a playlist or two straight from your phone without having to switch to a separate speaker. The right speaker has a side panel for controlling the volume, as well as bass and treble levels. There's also a wireless remote you can use to adjust those same levels, plus toggle the mute function and switch input devices. Unlike other speakers we recommend, these speakers don't have a built-in battery, so you'll need to connect the R1700BT to a power source.